Yes, well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Happy Thursday to you all. We're about to enter a stretch of weeks where we're going to have a bunch of new movies coming out, a bunch of big movies. This weekend alone, we have Angry Birds coming out, Neighbors 2, The Nice Guys, and then next week we have two or three more really big movies. Obviously, X-Men Apocalypse, Alice Through the Looking Glass. Those both have the potential to be billion-dollar movies. I think there's one more coming out that week. I don't remember. But anyway, the one that's coming out this week, or one of them that's coming out this week, is the one I'm reviewing right now. And that is, of course, The Nice Guys, starring Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling, directed by the amazing Shane Black, obviously who directed Iron Man 3, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and a bunch of other great films. Now, I actually saw this movie 2 weeks ago from today, so my memory's a little bit blurry. I saw it at a late screening. I obviously still remember the movie, but my memory of the details is a little bit foggy, so I'm going to try and review it as best as I can. But, yeah. So the movie stars Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling, and Russell Crowe plays this, I guess, off the books, not hitman, but like enforcer type dude who takes cash and goes and roughs up some people who I guess owe money or who've been creeping around people. Ryan Gosling plays this likewise private investigator type fellow who's a little bit on the crazy side, a little bit on the weird side. I always thought it was weird how Ryan Gosling has such a high voice. So there's that one scene that you see in the trailer, the first trailer. And by the way, the trailers for this movie are outstanding. Very good, very good. And one of the scenes in the first trailer is the first meeting between Russell Crowe's character and I think his name's Jackson Healy, and then Ryan Gosling's character, who's I forgot his name, but anyway, they meet at their house, and Russell Crowe, punches him in the face, and then breaks his arm. Great scene, and that scene is in the movie, and it's good. I gotta say, this is a actually recurring theme I thought I saw in the movie. The funniest scenes in the movie, unfortunately, are in the trailer to me. Like out of the top 5 funniest scenes, at least 3 or 4 of them are in the trailers. Not to say that it takes too much away from when you actually see them in the film, but I gotta say I would have much rather seen them in the movie than in the trailer. So anyway, I guess the crux of the story is eventually Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling have to come together to find this girl who made this isn't spoilery or anything, but she and a bunch of other people made a movie basically that outlined and detailed this corruption ring that was going on in the city, and a bunch of people are after this movie to some people are trying to destroy it, some people are trying to get it out, and so their journey takes them to this really great party scene, and probably one of the funniest scenes that isn't in the trailer. I'm not going to spoil it, but anyway, it has to do with this. They go to this house to look for something, and this kid shows up and steals the scene. One of the funniest parts of the movie. You'll know what I'm talking about when you see it. So I guess I'll just go out and say it right now. The Nice Guys is very good. It's really good. It's funny. There's actually some surprisingly good action. The story is actually good. Despite some plot holes and some inconsistencies with the story, overall, the plot as a whole is good. It doesn't hurt the story. It doesn't really propel it too much. Basically, it's just the story just gets you by to get you more interactions between the two main characters. And that's really, I guess, where we'll start the positives. The best part of this movie, what carries this film, is the interactions and the chemistry between Gosling and Russell Crowe. They're very funny together, and their chemistry is immediate. As soon as you see them together, it works. They do a good job, I think, of setting up the background of 1970s Los Angeles, I think is what it is. It's really cool to see that old way of living, see the city back in the day. That was pretty cool to see. I guess there's really no villain in the movie. I mean, there's a guy who shows up at the end who is a villain, but I mean, his presence is kind of felt throughout the film, but you don't actually see him towards the end, and he's menacing, I guess. He's acted brilliantly, I think. Not brilliantly. He's acted well by, I think, Matt Bonner, I think is his name. He looks familiar. I don't really know off the top of my head what else he's been in, but I know I've seen him in other stuff. So he was decent. Didn't hurt the film, but again, didn't propel it either. Another positive of the film overwhelmingly has to be the girl who played Ryan Gosling's daughter. I don't know her name off the top of my head. She's very young. I'm almost 100% sure I've never seen her or anything else before, but she's very young. I think she's got to be like maybe 13, but she plays Gosling's daughter, and she is a very important character in the film and has a lot of screen time, has a lot of lines, interacts great. There's some really touching scenes between her and Russell Crowe, and the relationship that she has with her father. It's weird, but it works, and it's a really high point and a highlight of the film, I have to say. But I'm gonna go back to this negative that I mentioned earlier. The trailers were so good, and you have two A-list stars with tremendous amounts of talent in Gosling and Crowe, a great director in Shane Black, and the trailers were great. And I saw the film, and the funniest parts, like I said, most of the funniest parts are in the trailer, and that really pissed me off. I hate when movies do that. That's why I have so much hope for Ghostbusters, because the trailers have been shit. So hopefully the movie's gonna be good. We'll see. But yeah, if you're thinking about seeing The Nice Guys and you haven't seen any of the trailers yet, don't watch them. Just go see the movie. Trust me, because I laughed my ass off the first time I saw the first trailer and the second trailer, and I couldn't wait for this movie. And then when those scenes happen in the film, I'm like, yeah, they're funny. It's good to see them on the screen, in context, but I didn't enjoy them as much as when I first saw them. So, and obviously a good movie is going to have more than just those scenes. It has some other really funny scenes, some other great scenes, but the whole experience would have been better if they weren't shown in the trailer. And I think you could have marketed this movie just as well without showing those scenes. Like, I could think of 4 or 5 other scenes you could have put in the trailer, and I don't think it would have taken away from your box office at all. Now, I think The Nice Guys, last time I checked, had a very high 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that makes sense because I can't really, although the film was kind of not a disappointment, but I was a little bit underwhelmed because I thought it was going to be fantastic, and it was good. So, but that said, I really don't see how anybody could dislike this movie, because going into it, if you haven't seen any of the trailers, I think you would love it, really, because it's a good movie. So yeah, just to recap real quick, highlights of the film: chemistry between Gosling and Crowe. Establishing the background of 1970s Los Angeles, did that really well. 3, another positive, I gotta go with the story. The story was good. It got us through. And then the last positive I'm gonna say is Ryan Gosling's daughter in the film, whose the actress name I can't remember at this point, but if this film is any indication of how good of an actress she is, I think she could have a future. As for the negatives, I don't really have any one negative in specific other than the marketing. I think they could have held off on a couple of the really funny moments that they showed in the trailers, because a lot of the movie is in the trailer, at least the funny parts. So that's unfortunate. I hate it when the movies do that. That being said, it doesn't ruin the movie, but I think it does hurt it. Okay, I guess as far as a rating goes, I'm going to give The Nice Guys a 7 out of 10, which is a good score. So yeah, 7 out of 10 is a very solid score. That means I did like the movie, but obviously it could have been better. If you've seen The Nice Guys already, comment below what you thought of the film. Do you agree with my rating? Did you like it more? Did you like it less? I'd be interested to see what you thought. Like always, guys, please give me a follow on social media, on Twitter at Dominic Suma, on Instagram at DomSum, Snapchat Dominic_Suma4, really active on those. Post some funny stuff every now and then, I think. If you like this video, give it a like. Go back and check out some of our other movie reviews. Civil War is up, Keanu, Jungle Book, I guess, if you want to go that far. If you're not a subscriber already, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that subscribe button. Become a subscriber to my channel. You'll be the first to know whenever we post new videos up. It really helps me out a lot. I appreciate it. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this review of The Nice Guys in theaters. I guess you could see it tonight if you want to. There's early Thursday night screenings, but definitely go check it out. I would definitely recommend it. If you haven't seen any trailers yet for it, don't watch those trailers. It might hurt your experience like it did for me, because it is a good movie. So if you haven't seen any trailers, don't watch them. Go check it out this weekend. With all that said, one more time, Nice Guys, 7 out of 10, a good score. And I think that's going to do it for me on this Nice Guys review. And until next time, I'll see you later.